I can't believe this is actually happening. It's 8 o'clock in the evening on a, let me just adjust this here. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, the sun is setting, it's been a beautiful day, and we are putting the final preparations, getting the boat sorted to go on our first sail, our first sailing trip of 2020. I can't believe I'm saying that because we are halfway through 2020, it's July. Anyway, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. We are going on, in fact this is our first sailing trip since October last year. It was October last year that we had our boat lifted out of the water to have a whole bunch of work done to her, and after the work took longer than we thought it would take. And then just as we felt that we were getting to the end of that, we had COVID hit, we had lockdown, then we couldn't go to the boat for a couple of months. Then it was a scramble to get the boat back in the water. As some of you might remember, we did have an atrocious rigging survey, which has basically turned into a situation where we spent the last 5 weeks having a tremendous amount of work done, not just to our rig, our running rigging, standing rigging, the mast, everything. There was a whole bunch of work that we ended up having done. And now, finally, halfway through 2020, halfway through July, it looks like tomorrow we are going to go out, put the pedal to the metal, see how it all holds up. So I'm really excited, a little bit nervous, just the two of us. As I say, we're gonna go and put the boat back through our paces and start getting out there. We're gonna actually start moving. So Carly has been sorting the passage planning out while I've been stowing everything away on the boat and cable tying all these new cables and bits and pieces I've put in, doing all the engine checks, and although the boat does look a little bit hobo-y right now, it was our first sunny day all week, and Carly's taken the opportunity to dry our laundry, so let's just check it out. On you go. Good boy. Okay, how's it going?
Well, I think I figured out a departure time. I'm now just checking out. So we're gonna head to Chichester Harbour. Totally new ground for us. Yes. And hopefully wiggle our way up here, avoiding all this, and drop our anchor around about here. And then there's an extra special treat for Hank, which Dominic doesn't know about this yet. But I've just had a message from my best friend, and she is camping down here tomorrow, in Hayling Island.
Just by chance?
Yeah. So we could get Hank together with his brother for a play date. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. What do you reckon, Hank? Do you want to play with your little brother?
So you go.
We're just about to take the boat out for a sail, and at the moment we have the wind kind of blowing us ever so slightly onto the pontoon, and we have literally about 2 feet of gap behind us and in front of us as well. There's not a huge amount of space. So I think the plan is to fender up heavily the very back of the boat, this corner, and then we're going to tie quite a short spring, go back ever so slightly, and hopefully that'll point our nose out, and then we can just pull out. Is that the plan, Captain Carly?
It is.
That is the plan. Tight. Isn't it? So what's our ETA?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It's currently saying 6 days.
6 days?
Yeah. I think there's an error. It's it keeps changing. Now it's saying 2 days.
2 days.
It's constantly flitting between.
Our first passage.
Yeah.
Straight out of the block. Shakedown sail.
Yeah, why not?
Into a 2-day passage. It's not a 2-day passage.
It's not. It should be about.
It's not a 2-day passage.
5 hours.
So we're gonna take the boat out of Itchen, out into the Solent. I imagine this is going to be about the busiest weekend for sailing of 2020. So we're probably going to go out, and I can see it from here actually. It looks bananas. Anyway, we're going to sail down. We're going to head down to Chichester. We're going to anchor up and yeah, put it through our paces, make sure nothing falls off, and then go from there. For the first time in 2020, we are sailing. No engine sailing.
Yes.
Hank's pretty excited as well.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
You good, mate?
Yeah. We've got half done. You can go outside. You can go outside. Good, huh? Feels good. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat for being so?
I think it's time for a little flying. Easy.
I saw the stress.
It's the most chilled and relaxed I've felt in ages. The sun's shining, the water looks turquoise, no engine, just cruising along about 5 knots, just Hank's asleep, he's sunbathing, Carly's chilling, check this out.
Loving life right now.
How about you, Hank? What were you just dreaming about? So we are just pulling into Chichester Harbour and we're going to try and find someone at anchor. It looks a bit busy though.
Very busy.
It's very busy. So let's see what we can find. Time this just right apparently. It's a spring tide at the moment. Apparently in the spring tide, when the tide is ebbing, this channel that's coming into the harbour can be pretty strong. As it gets thin, it really sort of concentrates and picks up speed there. So we're just round about the end of slack tide now.
fails, we could grab a mooring ball over there.
Yeah.
My super long extensive hole managed to reach.
So we went into the anchorage and it was just bananas busy, absolutely bananas busy, and I didn't really feel comfortable anchoring 10 feet away from 50 other boats, so we decided better of it, and we've gone and grabbed a mooring buoy. Now
Did it?
Hank,
do you want to go for a run?
How do you fancy going for a run, mate?
You want to go see Hugo?
Walkies?
You want to... This is nice. She's off. Not having my flip flop. No, you're not having my flip flop. Good. Hey. No. Are you helping? Are you helping? Yours. Thanks to Seven Harriet.
Thanks very much, Seven Harriet.
This is your favourite.
There was a time when we first started going for walks, Hank would run off.
Okay, we are back on the boat. Sadly, with no beer, we couldn't find the shop. We just ran into loads of people's back gardens as we moseyed down the river on our dinghy. But not to worry, the sun is setting. It's a beautiful day, and we had a successful shakedown sail. And this also marks not only our first sail of 2020, but this marks a milestone in our sailing adventure, Carly and I's journey. And that milestone is the fact that this is officially the furthest we have ever travelled completely on our own, without any tutors, any coaches, completely on our own. And it's the first time we've ever sailed to a completely new harbour. You know, obviously I had to do all the sort of passage planning, but you know, we had to organise. It is a passage plan. Yeah, we had to do our homework. Well, Carly mostly did the homework, and I just kind of looked over her shoulder. But we did it. We got here. We made it here in one piece. We moored up, popped over to the beach. Hank had a run around. We drank some wine, and I feel like we just got another feather in our cap. And I appreciate, as I say, most of you watching this, it's a laughable small potatoes thing. But for us, the two most clueless yachties on YouTube, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm proud of us, I'm proud of Carly, I'm proud of Hank. Hank handled this really well. He had a really good day, mostly slept. This is your first time here, take a second, just hit the subscribe button. Make sure you can follow us along as we upload the next videos. The next videos will be some more upgrades that we've got going on. You may have seen some new solar panels on the sides of the boat. The DIY solar installation video is coming soon, although it's not finished yet because turns out that installing solar is trickier than I thought, so it's still a work in progress, but we're getting there and it's coming, and there's loads more cool stuff, loads more upgrades that we're doing to make us as off-grid, as green, as less dependent on going to shore. As I should write stuff down before I just crack the camera open and start chatting. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get the drone up, enjoy this drone footage, and then we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.